My name is Adam Burke. Today I'm standing in the Anna Brett Hall in Ballyfermot College, where last week the BCFE Bulletin was launched to a major success. Special guests such as Irish model and TV star Kelly Donegan, Mickey Joe Hart the musician, and the former editor of the Irish Sun, Mick McNiff, were here to witness the fantastic occasion. Fellow presenter Lucy Deegan sat down with Kelly Donegan and had a chat with her. Let's see how they got on.
Earlier today I sat down with Kelly Donegan on her arrival back to her former college for the BCFE Bulletin launch as she gave a speech to present students.
Hi, I'm Lucy Deegan and I'm here today with former student, model and TV star Kelly Donegan. So Kelly, you studied graphic design here for 3 years. How does it feel being back?
It's amazing. It's a bit surreal, to be honest. I'm kind of a bit scared that it's been 3 years. I'm like, God, I'm getting so old. But at the same time, I've come back and, you know, everyone is still the same. Everyone's so colourful and bubbly, and I'm kind of similar age to a lot of them, so it's nice to be able to associate with
Nothing's
people.
changed.
And no, nothing has changed. Like, it was exactly the same when I was here.
And what do you think of our latest newspaper, The Bulletin?
I was so impressed. You know, I couldn't believe how much work had been, you know, put into it. Like, it's unbelievable that, you know, everyone's giving up their free time to do it, and they're giving so much back to the college. So I hope all the students, you know, appreciate it and read it. And but the way it's designed, everything, like the stories, the topics, everything is just brilliant. It's really impressive, and you know, I look forward to reading more of them. So
Do you think it would be good for the college as a team, the newspaper, to get the three buildings all together?
that's why I was actually had an interview earlier on, and I was saying the exact same thing. I think it's going to really bring all the three buildings together. It's going to really unite everybody, and you know, bring a lot of kind of school spirit and community throughout all three buildings. And like, even like the stories that I read, you know, some are from the art building, some are from, you know, business, you know, so it's all completely mixed. And it's really nice to be reminded that hold on a second, there is other buildings.
You don't realise when you're here.
Yeah, because when I was here, I was in the art building, which is completely separate. You know, we were completely segregated. And even when I was here, I tried to do the same thing. I tried to bring the colleges together. I actually organised 2 college socials in my time here, just to try and bring everybody together. But it was tough. So I definitely take my hat off to the Bulletin team. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, they really are. And finally, any words for present and future students?
I suppose my main advice would be take risks. I suppose that's my biggest one. You know, be colourful and be bold and be creative and be yourself. Always be yourself, because it's the most unique thing about you. You know, that's what makes everybody different, is just completely being yourself. And you know, hard work. Like, nothing can mask hard work. If you put the work in, you know, you'll get the results. So,
right, thanks very much, Kelly.
No problem.
Wise words there. Thanks, Kelly. Now that's it for me today. Back to you, Adam.
Thanks, Kelly and Lucy. Today I caught up with Lisa Haskins, the editor's assistant for the BCFE Bulletin. I asked her about the difficulties about getting the Anna Brett Hall and the overall difficulty of organising the event. Hi and welcome. Today I'm joined by Lisa, who had a huge role in organising the event last week that launched the BCFE Bulletin. Thanks very much for talking to us, Lisa.
No problem, thanks for asking me.
So, was it hard to organise this event last week?
It was pretty hard, but it took a couple of months. We've been organising it since November, but in the end it all fell through, so it was great to see.
And did you have any difficulties, like huge difficulties, whilst organising this event?
One of the main difficulties would have been getting the hall organised, but we got that eventually off Maureen Conway, our principal here, and Pat Daly said he's the guy that had the hall on the day. So we eventually got all that sorted, so that was probably the hardest part, I reckon.
And how did you manage to get Kelly Donegan, a huge star on TV3's California, to come down and speak at this event?
I basically just got her number off a friend in class, Simon Walsh. She's the editor as well of the BCFE Bulletin, and I just called her up and she seemed pretty keen to come down, because she used to be a pupil here, so she was pretty happy to come back and meet some of the staff and students here.
Well, that's fantastic. I must get that number off you again. Thank you very much for talking to us, Lisa.
No worries, thank you. Thanks for asking.
Now, back to the studio. Well guys, I'm off to get Kelly Donegan's number. Thanks again for joining us, and good night.